All right, we'll just jump into it like this. What's up, guys? It's Red Pill Vegan.
Did you start it?
Yeah, it's already rolling.
It's already rolling.
Yeah.
Rolling.
It's Red Pill Vegan. I'm here with Based Gabriel from the YouTube channel, Based Gabriel. And you can also find him on Instagram and Facebook. And we're here today at the Richmond Vegfest, where Based Gabriel gave a talk and did a cooking demo. Would you like to tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you're here today represent?
Well, I'm Based Gabriel. Red Pill Vegan didn't say it 4 times already. No, I just did a cooking demo on some of the things that helped me lose 100 pounds on a plant-based vegan diet. Talked about the simple starchy staples, things like rice, beans, corn, potatoes, oats, quinoa, the foods that people have eaten for a long time and that have built diets around. So those are the same foods that I ate that helped me lose the weight, but also helped me keep it off. So I shared a easy burger recipe and then a simple ice cream recipe. So all oil-free, all whole food plant-based, and easy to make. Good stuff for us.
Yeah, and this is what's funny. I saw him present, and he told a story about making 80 plant-based burgers for his in-laws and putting it and freezing it for them. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't have any plant-based burgers in my freezer right now. And I was like, I can't be getting beat out by people who don't even, somebody's making the food for them. And I was like, I'm gonna have to get some plant-based burgers in my freezer, and I'm gonna use his recipe to do it.
Yeah, it's just, I like to say we're never more than 15 minutes away from a healthy whole food plant-based meal. So always keep cooked brown rice, always keep corn or cooked potatoes, always keep oats in the pantry so that I can warm things up, put them in the pot or whatever, and have a good meal ready and going. So yeah, in the freezer, the burgers are great in the freezer. So pop them on the grill and you're ready to roll.
Yeah, that's what it's about, is making it accessible, simple, and enjoy it so that you can do it without it taking up your whole day, and you don't have to plan your life around it. You just live your life and enjoy it and be healthy, and that's what we all want.
Yeah, no, it's simple. You keep it simple and healthy, and it all works out. Once you start feeling better, it just keeps rolling.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, man.
Good to see you.
All right, we'll see you guys later. I'm gonna spin around. So many food vendors. Okay, I have found the secondary stage for speakers. You know what? I think I see Gabriel speaking right now.
For simplicity, if you're just going to make a batch, and this batch right here will make around, this size it'll make around 5 or 6. If you make about a 1/4 pound patty, it'll make about 8 to 9. And this recipe can be doubled, tripled, quadrupled, very simply, just depending on what sort of vessel you are mixing or making it in. But what we like to do with these burgers, if we're just going to eat them right away from making them, I'll fire up the grill, get it nice and hot, like 425, 450 degrees, really hot. Toss the burgers on there. I'm going to close the grill, let it go for about 4 to 5 minutes, pull it up, and then I'll take my spatula, and if I can get the spatula just underneath that patty and it'll come up, then it's ready to flip. Another 4 to 5 minutes, and they're ready to go. And why you get the grill really hot is because it'll create a bit of a layer, because a lot of people complain about different bean burgers falling apart on the grill, falling apart in the oven. And one thing that really helps is to get whatever you're cooking it in nice and hot, so it creates an outside layer and it keeps everything nice and contained. So that's a big different test. So you hear I say we eat a whole food plant-based diet, one that excludes animal products and oils. And a lot of people think, what about the healthy oils? Some people would say a coconut oil is healthy. Some people would say olive oil, an expeller pressed or a cold pressed olive oil. And the thing is, there's been some studies done, there's been some papers done that show that your body really reacts the exact same to healthy oils, or even what you would assume would be more of the non-healthy oils. And so the big thing is, and Dr. Esselstyn, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn is the only researcher, he's also a physician, who has shown that you can not only prevent but also reverse chronic diseases like heart disease. And so how he's done that is by having his patients adopt a healthy whole food plant-based diet, that's built around the simple starchy staples, but is completely oil-free. And so for myself, as I was losing weight, one of the biggest things, and you know, when you first adopt like a vegan diet, especially coming from where I was, the animal-based diets, it was all finding the analogs, like finding a vegan cheese, finding a vegan ice cream, finding a vegan burger, not this vegan burger, but finding a one that's made to be exactly like the animal product version of it. And so those products have quite a bit of oils in them. And so, you know, as I adopted a vegan diet, I was seeing some health improvements, but it really wasn't much until I began adopting a whole food plant-based diet. I cut out the oils, and pretty much overnight, just by eating as much as I wanted to, it was all high carbohydrate, high fiber, low fat, and I began to see the results. And so over the course of about 2 years, I lost around a pound a week. And some weeks it was a pound and a half, some weeks it was half a pound, but over 2 years, for about 100 weeks, I lost a pound a week. And so yeah, so the oils are just something that we, you know, of course we will go out to one of the local vegan restaurants once or twice a month. We'll have a celebratory meal, but it's not something that, you know, cooking in oil or foods that are made with oil, that's not something we base our diet around or eat on a daily basis. And to follow up with that, you may be asking, oh, how do I cook without oil? That's one of the big things that was a struggle for my mother. Was as we were trying to get her to adopt this way of eating, it was, okay, I'll eat the vegetables, but I've got to drizzle olive oil on them, or I've got to, you know, cook them in olive oil. And the big thing is just a few simple tips. So we'll just go over here. If you're going to saute, you can use vegetable broth or water as an easy oil substitute. So just like oil would create some sort of a liquid and a barrier between whatever you're cooking, say that's onions and peppers in a skillet or pan, water or vegetable broth will create that exact same barrier. Now you may need to add a tablespoon or two more as it's cooking because of the evaporation, but that works out great. Baking, I like to say that baking, parchment paper is the healthy vegan baker's best friend, because we can use parchment paper, put any type of, I could put Brussels sprouts that I'll drizzle some balsamic vinegar on, or Brussels sprouts tossed in some different spices, put them on parchment paper, and they don't stick at all. They come off nice and easily, and that's a great alternative. And things like baking sweets, you can use alternatives like applesauce and really any fruit puree to create that liquid that's going to get that moisture to stick in that baked good. So there's a few simple tricks that you can find and utilize that can make the world a difference.
Yeah, y'all know this was a fun day at the 2019 Richmond Vegfest. And I wish all of y'all at home watching this now could have been there that day. But stick around, because I've got some more footage, including some special guests and some exclusive conversations coming up here on this channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn the notification bell on so you don't miss any of these upcoming videos. That being said, y'all know what time it is. Red Pill Vegan, next.